Okay, Assalamu alaikum. This is a small tutorial to show you how to install Quartz. After you download Quartz from MS Teams, you will find it in Computer Architecture, Files. You are going to find Quartz over here. Just download the file, click here, then download. Then you are going to find these files. First of all, we are going to install Quartz. So double click on this file and hopefully installation will start soon. So Quartz is the program that we are going to use to install to write our programs on VHDL. So the installation is quite simple. This is a very light version of Quartz. If you try to download it from the internet, it will be a very difficult task because the new versions are very large. So next, I'm just going to go next, nothing there, just next for all. Few things I want to show you. Okay, if you get this error, just ignore the error. Another error will come somewhere sometime. Just ignore the errors, do not cancel. And as the installation goes, just keep in mind that we are going to write programming using VHDL. So during this week we are just talking, this is the second error. During this week we are just talking about introduction. Starting next week we are going to be talking about VHDL programming, so you need to start getting familiar with this program. Now the lab manual will explain in full details all the information needed for writing a program, but I will go through the basics with you right now. Another error, just keep ignoring the errors, it's no problem. This is quite an old version, okay? New version now, I think it's 15 and this is 5. But it will do the basic programming for us. We don't need more than this. If you go for higher versions, yes, it becomes more easier and more user-friendly. But I think most of them are discontinued, and Altera is trying to push up the new versions of Quartz program. Now, Quartz is basically used to program FPGAs and Cyclone in particular. The FPGAs downstairs in the lab are of the manufacturer Cyclone. Now, once this is done, do not open the program. Okay. Once this is done, do not open the program. What we are going to do is, you want to create a shortcut? Yes. Okay. Then cancel all. Okay, do not launch the program. Finish. Next, go to the second file over here, double click on it. This is the patch file to enable and activate it. So it says enter to continue, so I press enter on my keyboard and it's now successful. This is done in 2001 by my students. Then that's it for here. I'm going to go for Quartz. My desktop is not tidy, but it should do it. So go here, then you go for tools. Before you start anything, go for tools, go for options, go for internet connectivity. Okay, make sure that these are not enabled. By default you will get this one enabled. Make sure it's not enabled and then click OK. So the next step, we are going to go for File, New Project Wizard. Then I'm going to say Next. So this is my file. What do I want to name my project? I want to say Project 1. Okay. Then, okay, Project 1 will not do it over here. So let's call our project and get. Now, the first thing, okay, the first thing to know, when you are working with Quartz, don't name the folder Muhammad and it is doing an OR gate, because the name of the folder should be the same name as the entity. So my entity will be AND gate. I will name the folder AND gate. Next, it asks me to, if I want to add any previously done file, any previous entities, to include it here. We are not going to include entities, but later on during the semester we are going to add files over here. Next, it asks me for my device, so we are not going to program it, but anyway, if we are going to program it, we will go for the Cyclone 2 and choose one of these because we have them downstairs. Then I will say finish. Now my project is ready. You can see here that I have my AND gate available. The next step is I will go for 5 new. I will say VHDL file. I will write my program as a VHDL file. So here I will start writing my program. Okay, now here I will start writing my program. My program, I need to save it, of course, save it. So my program will be saved as AND gate. My project is named AND gate, and my entity will be called AND gate. So you start writing library. See, it's blue, then it's right. IEEE semicolon use IEEE dot standard underscore logic underscore 1164 dot all. Now this is just to show you, okay, this is just to show you that see, okay, this is just to show you that we are going to use the IEEE standard logic for all our gates. Okay, so usually it's the same. Now this is not case sensitive, so we can write the program as we want, capitals or small. Remember the semicolons at the end. Then I'm going to say entity and gate. See, and gate is here, and gate is here in our name. So, and our entity is AND gate. Entity AND gate. Okay, entity AND gate is enter. There's no semicolon here. I'll give it a tab. Port. What are my ports? So my ports are x1, comma, x2, comma, x3, 2 dots. What is these inputs? These inputs are input. They are of type standard underscore logic. Okay. Then next I'm going to write my output, which is F. Then F is an output of type standard underscore logic. Then close the bracket, which is this bracket, and semicolon. Then end and gate. Now this is one way. There is here to help you, if you go for edit and if you go for insert template, this is VHDL. So I want to define an entity. Okay, so this is architecture body, case split statement, composite declaration, component instantiation, concurrent procedures, full statements. You can find all your values over here. So if you want an entity declaration, here is your entity declaration. Entity. Okay, so this is the entity declaration. So I declared the entity. I will put here my AND gate. So since it's not a generic, I will remove this generic part. Then I will declare my ports, put the names of the ports, input standard logic. So no need to memorize anything. All the structures are there. So I will stop here. I'm just showing you how to do it. The rest is on you. You need to go to the lab manual and follow the steps one by one, and then at the end there is a task for you to do. This is just, I want to give you an introduction how things are done and how to install the program over here. Thank you and hope to see you all soon.